how has the show been received by a lot of people? Like like anything, you're starting from scratch, basically trying to get a following up and everything for this. But how has it been received by people? And when you start telling people you're going to be doing this, I'm going to have metal musicians in the kitchen. Did people look at you like you're crazy, or, did you have like any weird reactions to that?
Dude, no, I'm telling you, every single person has been like, oh my God, that's a brilliant fucking idea.
Yeah.
Everyone. Some of them, like you, are questioning, like, well, how are the musicians how do you approach someone? What do you do? Just go up to them and say, hi, I host a show. Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I go up and I say, hey, my name's Brett. I host a show, blah, blah, blah. And I think the cool thing is about that is at the Metal Hall of Fame and at NAMM, okay, where I'm running into these people, I don't ask for an autograph. I don't ask for a selfie. I'm not there as a fan.
Yeah.
I'm there as a professional journalist, I guess, and they respect that. And then like when I asked James Lomenzo, right, the current bass player in Megadeth, I saw him at NAMM, and I went up to him to ask him to be in the show, and we made some jokes about the title of the show, and then he went to give me his glossy, his signature on his glossy print there, and I'm like, dude, I don't want your autograph. You're going to be on my show. I'm going to be hanging out with you for 4 hours. The fuck do I need your autograph for? And he goes, you don't know what I'm going to write. And I'm like, okay. What are you going to write? He's going to write. Oh, you probably can't see that either. He's going to write.
I could see a little bit.
Hey, Brett, let's masticate together. Now, that's the best confirmation I've gotten, dude.
That's good, actually.
So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's everyone on the street, too, are just like, holy shit, that's a great idea. Because it's so new. I mean, like you say, no one is doing anything like this.
No. And I'll be honest with you, that's what interested me into what you were doing, because it is so different. And I don't really get a lot of I consider Giles a journalist, so I've had him on the show, and I've had a couple guys that have come on as guests, but something this unique really caught me, because even though it's starting out and it's not really big yet, I really believe that this is something really cool. It's something different. It's not the same run-of-the-mill thing that a lot of people are doing. I really do appreciate where you're going with this. And to be honest with you, I think it's really cool, and I can't wait for the next episode. In all seriousness, I laughed my ass off at the Kings of Thrash video. I'm thinking that I'm watching these guys, and Ellefson's just sitting there like in his own world talking about, this is comfort food in Minnesota, and it kind of gives you a good background on these guys too, like how they grew up.
Right.
You don't have nowadays in today's society, you don't have this like mysterious thing going on with musicians anymore. Now people are more viewing them. They're down to earth people, and people that have followed these guys for decades get to see a side of them that 99% of us wouldn't see unless you actually knew them.
Exactly.
And I think that's what's great about the show.
I agree, and I think, and that's the key right there. Okay, the musicians like that too. Because if I have to talk them into it, I always bring that up. Well, dude, this will let your fans see a different side of you, a side they never see.
Correct. Yeah.
And it makes you one of us. We all go to the kitchen, even if it's to stir macaroni and cheese. Okay, if it's to make some toast, we all go to the kitchen. So, and if you think about it, dude, when you're at a party or you're at your relative's house or anything, where does everyone end up? Right? At the end of the night, everyone's standing around the kitchen.
Yep.
And so those conversations, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for those conversations right there. You have late at night when the party's closed and you're standing in the kitchen with your friends and relatives.
Right. Yeah. I get it. My first job was with a chef, so I spent, cooking's a hobby of mine. So I spent, 20 years of my life in that industry in various various capacities, and the fact that you obviously you know how to cook, and I could tell by the videos and stuff like that you obviously were a food guy, at some point, and it just it really fascinated me to do something like that.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You should notice my my cookware too. That should clue you in. I haven't mentioned him yet because I'm trying to get him to sponsor me.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man.
But yeah, my dad got me a professional set. So I mean, like I've seen him in restaurants. And same with my knives.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a tool, right? And you gotta have the best tool for the job.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming on. We'll wrap it up here in a little bit, but I'm definitely really excited to see where your show is going to go. And to be quite honest with you, it's a great concept. I think more people should start to tune in for it and check out these episodes as they come out, because I think that, I think this is going to be something really great for the scene. And it's just something different for everybody to check out, as opposed to the same old that a lot of people are used to, so I'm definitely looking forward to it, dude. Seriously.
Good. Thank you. And thanks for having me on. Thanks for getting the word out, man. Cause that's what we need.
Yep. Absolutely.
The Kings of Thrash is our biggest episode so far. And so that's really helping us. It got your attention, and pretty soon, James Pulley is our executive producer now, and he's right. Pretty soon, dude, these guys are going to be calling us.
Yeah. Well, I saw the episode that I first saw was with the bass player from Metal Church. That was actually, that's
a great episode. The chemistry Steve and I had was awesome.
That's actually when you friended me, or I don't know who friended who on Facebook. And when you mentioned the show, that was the episode I actually saw, and it kind of was in the back of my mind to bring you on here. And then the Kings of Thrash thing came, and I'm like, okay, we gotta like make this happen and have fun with it. But I think it's great. You have fun with it. It's a great concept. I think that, you're always going to have those guys that are really not going to be as into it. But I think majority of the community, if they're really into something like this, it's fun, it's cool. I believe that you're going to do well with it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, man. I hope you're right.